UGIN in top 1% Mythic best of 1 ranked standard. It's time. It's time. I have had all sorts of words to say about this card since the day it was spoiled, and I have told you that it's probably not going to be very good in best of 1 standard, and I told you there'd be all sorts of videos saying how busted and broken it would be, and I told you that all those decks would be terrible. And all of these things have come to pass. But I'm still on my streak of looking at league results, and today a deck did 5-0 the best of 3 standard league event with a deck very similar to this. Really, the only main change I made is they had 4 additional copies of the Mistmores in the 4-drop slot, so they had 16 4-drops, and I'm cutting those to instead try Relic of Legends. I haven't seen anyone else run this card yet. It's a 3-mana ramp thing. Plus, if you can curve out into the Beza, you can also tap an untapped legendary creature you control to add one of any color. So this is cool. It is also a 3-mana colorless spell, so you can go UGIN, do the 0 ability, add 3 mana, play Relic of Legends, and then pay 1 or 2 more mana, depending on if you have Beza, to then like cast a Soul Guide Lantern or one of your 1-drops, or 2 mana for a Maze Mind Tome. So we're going to try it to bridge the gap. Obviously, the question is, can we survive the mono red onslaught? And maybe we should just run like split up in here. I'm a little bit wary of running the lockdown because we're running so many tomes, although you could certainly get away with doing that. So we're going to do some UGIN here today. I am excited because I have yet to play this card even once. If you want to skip to the gameplay, you can. I'm going to chat a little bit about yesterday's video real quick. You guys are awesome. I asked for feedback and you guys came out in droves and had really useful, actionable feedback. So I'll start with the most relevant thing to you, which is not about the guest star video. It's about you. Some of the ideas you guys had, I really liked, and this is it. Many of you suggested you thought it'd be really cool if I either played against some of my subscribers or coached some of my subscribers. And personally, I think I'd have a blast with that. I think I'd have a really fun time, so long as the volunteer is not like an intolerable human being that it's kind of a nightmare to work with. Like if you're a reasonable, pleasant person to get along with, I think I would have a lot of fun with that, and that would be different and new to me. So if you want to volunteer as tribute, please leave it in the comments. Your tolerability from 0 to 10. If you are very tolerable, you can say you're a 10 out of 10 tolerable person. If you're a nightmare to play with in your play group and you know it, you can leave me a 0 out of 10. And then say if you want to play against me or be coached by me, and if you want to play against me, just like in a sentence, list the 2 decks you think it'd be fun to play against each other. And if you want to be coached, leave what deck you want to be coached in, and maybe like a sentence on what you're struggling with or where you think you can improve. I don't know the time frame for this. We are a week out from the ladder reset, which is an opportunity for another rank 1 push, and I think I want to do that, and I know what deck I'm going to play. And I also I've been thinking about a way to bring it over the top, like bring it to the next level. Like I think we could go beyond rank 1 in terms of impressiveness, although it's going to be very difficult to pull off. And then we go right into the next like competitive, what's called, whatever the competitive events are called, qualifier tournaments. And the qualifier tournament is that weekend. And then I also have to drive to New Jersey and disappear for the weekend for a baby shower-esque type thing. So that means I have to prep a bunch of videos in advance. It's going to be a busy week. So my point is that leave your comments today if you want to play against me or with me. It might be 2 weeks out before we put it together, but I think it could be super fun. I guess also you need like a way to record sound. I don't think you have to have a professional microphone, but if whatever your recording system is catches a lot of buzz off of like your laptop or your computer, I think people won't like that. So you need to have enough of a recording setup that at least your voice is pleasant to hear and doesn't have like all sorts of background noise in the background. I think that would make it maybe too bad to publish. You don't need to have video unless you want. I'm happy to have you on video if you'd like. So yeah, I think I would have a lot of fun with that. And we just see how it goes. If the videos tank and nobody watches them, then maybe we don't continue it. But I think it could be really fun and cool. So that's that. And then real quick on the actual guest star video I did publish, I also had really great feedback from you guys. Interestingly enough, I want to say almost half. I could be wrong about this. I didn't add it up. Almost half of you said, oh, I clicked on the video and it was Commander and I just don't watch Commander, so I clicked out. Which was a surprise to me, although maybe it shouldn't have been. Because I think if I clicked on a video and I was expecting Standard and it was Commander and I saw 100 cards I didn't know, it'd be like, yeah, just like, it's not my thing. I don't know what these things do. It's too much. I can't process the whole deck. Like, I totally get that. In my mind, it was a casual video, and Commander is a casual format and also the most played format on Earth, at least including paper. So I thought that was the natural fit for it. But yeah, I think about half of you just like, oh, it's Commander. I'll just leave the video. Like, I'm not interested in this. So that was great feedback. I don't think I will repeat the video with Standard and put it on this channel. It might do better, but it still feels like maybe not the right fit. I could be wrong. What I'm planning to do is I'm going to completely delete that video from this channel. It's not going to exist. YouTube won't know about it, hopefully. And I'm going to create a new channel and upload it from scratch and just see what happens. Just see if it finds a new audience. Like, it's just a test. If it flops there too, that's fine. I'm just trying to learn, get a little more data on it and learn, you know, what's good and what's not. I might change the title a little bit off of the feedback I just mentioned. Instead of saying like beginner challenges rank 1 player to Magic the Gathering, I might say beginner challenges rank 1 player to commander / brawl, and just be more specific so that, you know, people kind of know what to expect. I didn't expect that to be such a big deal in clicking out of the video, and it was. So that was great feedback. Thank you guys. The only other piece of feedback I'll address now is that, yeah, I think one of the other highly requested things, either as a way to fix or improve the video with her specifically or with someone else, is to coach someone from Bronze to Mythic. She's probably not the right candidate for that. She is really lovely and, you know, tolerated doing that video with me, and she might do more with me, but like an everyday coach from Bronze to Mythic is probably not something that she's going to be signing up for. It is something I could potentially do with one of you, and really it's all about payoff. Like, if a lot of people like that video and enjoy that video and it does well, I would be down to do it every day. But if it's like, you know, half the views of my normal video, I'm probably not going to sink that much effort into it. Like, the payoff has to be big. And I don't, off the top of my head, I'm not sure it would be, but maybe once we test out some of these subscriber versus me videos and me coaching videos, we can get a sense of like, what do people actually want to watch, and would it be good? And if I did think it would be good, yes, potentially I could select one of you as tribute to do a daily video and coach you from Bronze to Mythic or whatever. It's not on my list right now because I'm not super convinced people would love that, but if I am proven wrong, I could be down for that. So anyway, thank you all for the feedback. You guys came out in droves. I really appreciated it. 99% were positive. Even if you were like, didn't like the video, you just said, yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea. I like all of your stuff. And that was also helpful feedback. And probably only 1 or 2 comments were, we'll call them eggplant comments, dickhead comments. But for the most part, it was great. So anyway, we're moving on to the video today. I know we've spent 2 days in a row rambling, but you know, it's good stuff. We're making progress. So yeah, I have not played this in ranked standard yet. I did like half a game in the play queue just to get my boots under me. Dude played Golgari, Beanstalk, and then turn 4 negated my UGIN with an everywhere land and no other blue lands. And I was like, all right, I think I'm done here. How are you main decking negate? You only have Golgari lands. You're counting on the everywhere land for the 1-up negate? I'm out. We're on the draw. You have some removal? I guess it's fine. Keep this. It is it? And yeah, we will kill that immediately. A little slow. Lyron the Virtuous. Little plot action, okay. We do have the Ride's End for that. And we'll see if they can hold protection or if they just double spell. Looks like they're not going to Steel Cutter, which is fine by me because we don't have lockdown in the deck. Okay, and now we see if they suspiciously hold up in 1 mana for a Shore Up or Spell Pierce. Nope, they tap out. Fine with me. Let them select before we give them any additional information. And yeah, I think we'll just Ride's End here. Yeah, rather than giving them the map token. 5 life preserved. We are getting close to a sweeper. And we could kill the talent here, maybe. If we think we can afford the life loss. We have 0 ramp and 0 UGIN things and 0 colorless spells so far. Okay, that makes the sweeper much more awkward this turn. I think we do nothing. Yeah, or 1 short of doing anything here, right? Probably not worth it. Pay 3 and tap. Okay. I don't think it's worth it yet. There's Big Boy. There's Big Daddy UGIN. So we could get lost the talent. We could preserve some life and get lost the... Too bad we do not have artifact removal. We do not have lockdown either. So we could save 2 life. We're about to take 5, drop to 13. Or we can just set up for Day of Judgment. I think we hold on to get lost. We could also fish, pay 1 and block. Means you only take 1 life this turn instead of 2 off the that guy. I guess that makes sense, right? Fish acquired. Save 1 point of damage. Drop to 14. Alright. Go ahead and sweep for what it's worth. They left over with the artifact Steel Cutter. We have no ability to get rid of it until we hit UGIN. Then we can exile up to 1 target permanent that is 1 or more colors. It's probably going to be that guy. The next Steel Cutter, but they are tapped out. Okay, that's nice too. 4, 5, 6. Cool. Really not an awful outcome for us. So we go into UGIN, we exile a Steel Cutter. And if we're lucky, we top deck another color spell to exile the second one. But wave to the face. Looks like they are going to double spell here. And the opt. Alright. It might not be awful to give them the map tokens, because they're so... If they spend 1 mana using the map token... I was going to say, they don't have enough mana to double spell, but now they actually do. I think we need to keep our life total high. We have very few ways to gain life in the deck. So I think we are going to blow one of these. They don't have enough mana for the talent yet. Yeah, I think we're just going to keep our life total high. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're not going to Day of Judgment this turn. I think it is UGIN. They only have red open, so I'm not worried about a Spell Pierce. Okay. Down to 9. Burst Lightning on top. Another land. I mean, I think it's still UGIN. Just plus and gain some life, I guess. They can almost certainly double spell, right? So maybe we just take the next Steel Cutter. Yeah, I think it's got to be one of these. Leave the creature. Colorless mana would let us sweep, but I don't think that's it this turn. Take the life, draw a card. Alright, now we can sack the archive next turn. And I just try to hit another colorless spell, exile the next Steel Cutter and Day of Judgment or something. First Lightning Face, they could kill us this turn. We drop to 10. First Lightning Face again, we drop to 8. Double spell. They need one more spell and it is lethal. And they got it. No? Dude, they don't got it. There's no instant in hand, otherwise they prowess for victory. Everything in hand's gotta be a land, right? Did they play land this turn? What else could they run? Or like stock up? It's gotta be stock up in hand. Okay. This is kind of a huge turn for us. Take the life, draw a card. Iron Crag plus Day of Judgment, right? I think we just start with the plus, though. Nice. Now we can exile the talent 2 this turn. And I think still Day of Judgment, hopefully. We're careful on taps. Just need to keep leave open double white. Alright, so this can get rid of probably the Steel Cutter. Still have double white. This can get rid of the talent. And then I think, yeah, we just have to sweep here. I think the last 2 cards in hand are both stock ups. They didn't play land. They didn't blow one more trick. They top deck the Swift Spear, I think. And they have lethal. Damn. Too bad. Feels like they have one more card in hand too. Not sure. Well, that is too bad. Even holding a fish open wouldn't have helped, because they had trample anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure if we made any mistakes or not, but we definitely didn't win that one. We have no lockdown in the deck, which I think I'm still fine with. We'll run it back. We'll see how the next one goes. There's also more feedback about like whether or not I should be sitting next to them in the room or in different rooms. I honestly think, I mean, there were people who advocated for each. I think probably I just need to try both for that particular format. Yeah, just read another comment here. Okay, we're on the draw. We have removal and a little bit of ramp. It's like fine, I guess. I don't know. It's mono red again. All right, cool. Ow. I mean, yeah, we could throw the lockdown back in, cut all the Relic of Legends, and probably take out Authority of the Consoles too. Maze Mind Tome. Ooh, it's Boros too. That's not great. I think we're looking to get lost. Did nothing that turn. Let's hope they tap out on white. I feel like this is going to be rough. Unless they tap the way. I think the rescue is coming. It's not really anything we can do about that, though. I mean, we're almost sure they have it, right? They almost certainly have it here. If we get it out of their hands, we relic this turn. Man, this is not, is it good to get out of their hand, I guess? Or do we force them to hold up a mana every turn? I think we'll just let this one go. Pretty convinced they have it. Now's not a bad time to use it, actually. Because now if they want to rescue, at least they don't get the extra 2 points of damage in this turn. Off the attack. Let it go. Okay. Interesting. More land. I think we're just ramping into Might Stone. Kill something, ramp into UGIN. Maze Mind Tome. Do some stuff. So the question is, do you run Relic or something else, or do you run Lockdown? Token, still leaving a white open. Some mouse on top. Hero. Next mouse token. Okay. Beza. So we play Beza, we actually get 2 mana here. We can Maze Mind Tome, but that's probably not the play. It's not awful as a jump block. But if you Might Stone, it's too good, right? Into UGIN in Exile. I think it's probably the better play. Let's just -5 the hero. Take 0 damage. If they tap out, like... Oh, we can also play this. Do we want to play this? Not so sure we do. I think we save it for the UGIN Exiles. If they tap out for the full mouse, I think we're fine with that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We could go UGIN in 0 and double exile. Down to 9. Ooh, that's a nice draw, right? 5, 6. Cannot be used to cast non-artifact spells. All right, this card's useless. I thought I did not read that line of text. That kind of changes everything. So now we Beza, but we can get down some stuff first for the draw, I guess, as long as we're careful. Whoops. So we can lay down arms one of these guys. Don't think we care about the life. I think we'll take one of the mice, I guess. And still get the rest of the modes, but that is my bad. I think we'll take that card out of the deck then. We can make 2 mana to take the draw. We can block with Beza and then tap it off the relic. Oh, this card would be sweet. Tap to add 2 colorless mana. The spell can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells. Okay, so we could add like 1 more Beza in, I think. We could throw in a Sunfall. I think we might try the next Beza, because I think it does well with the Relic of Legends. By the way, we're playing against this guy. I didn't really realize that, but... Figures. So there is a question of how much we actually block with Beza here, because we need it to cast to guarantee UGIN next turn. So ideally we don't throw it under the bus if we can. A single Rage is 5 toughness. That's pretty bad. A single Rage here. We still trade? If we cast UGIN, may exile one of them. Maybe we just jump block both, honestly. I don't think I want to throw away Beza. We have to top take the land, right? 5, 6, 7. Yeah, let's try it like this. Okay, no trample at all. That's huge. Alright, let's try the Relic out. Tap a Legend. Cool. Did something. Well, we hit the next land anyway, but no way to know that. UGIN exile the Double Striker, I think. Generally a decent strategy. And then we could 0 and draw off the tome, but I think we just take the life here. Alright. Take 1 more draw off the Maze Mind Tome. Not gonna lie, honestly, UGIN's feeling pretty good today. I don't know if we've just gotten lucky so far. Nobody's run us over completely. Go face. I think we'll block this. It's fine with me. We have enough mana to cast the next UGIN if we just want to. Sure, there's the Rage. And something else. What else we got? Probably not Feather of Flight. What else will run? I don't think you're going to throw away a Shard Mage Rescue here, right? Lightning Strike face. Max prowess. Okay. Can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells, but it can be spent to Maze Mind Tome. I believe is the point there. Down to 11. Okay. Take the draw. I still think we're cutting the Maze Mind Tome. Another land. Probably plus and draw. Maybe just play the next UGIN, exile the Whisper. That will do it too. Now we don't have to blow it just yet. Goodbye. Looks like they might have a rescue here. Nope, got to get lost anyway. Good game. Alright, so we cut the Mightstone. I really thought it ramped right into UGIN. I mean, if we're just playing it for a removal spell, I think we cut it. It was not what I anticipated, and I think we just put another Beza. Did not realize that. Yeah, I think so. Just throwing 1 more Beza. I think that's fine. And then just need to cut a random card from the sideboard. You could run more funky lands like this. Who's the least good card here? I don't think you need Camille per se. I think you just gotta ramp into your thing and win. Okay. Alright, so far, it's going pretty well. Going much better than I expected. We didn't lose the first game by much. But nobody's had the God draws, right? We're on the draw here. Looks great. Could also go like turn 3 Relic plus lay down arms if we had to. It's mono red again. 3rd game in a row. Someone was telling me the other day, like, how do you dodge mono red all the time? Like, I think it was just a coincidence that one day. We'll do a quick little meta check here. Let's see what's going on. I guess we can just check Mythic. I'll do both. Boros. Borosing up. Okay, this is all we're doing. And we will scry, I guess, into the 4th land for Day of Judgment. Seems pretty reasonable here. Okay. Let's hope they hit a creature. A non-hasty creature. I don't know if I want that or not, actually. It's pretty bad. Alright, are we scrying for the land? I mean, I think we take a lay down arms, too. Get lost this turn. It gives us something to do, otherwise we're likely just dead, right? I think we have to keep this, otherwise I think we might just die this coming turn. And pick off, like, the 4/4 now, basically. When the rescue is down. I think we have to keep it and just, like, get lucky and top deck the land. Dunno. This feels more like the mono red I'm expecting. And yeah, I don't even think we're waiting for the rescue. It's too risky. So they can use the map token value. It's 1 fewer mana they can spend on a pump spell. Plenty of land, though. Ethereal Armor. Shelter. Okay. Land off the top would be huge. I'll take my scry now. We get to reset the tome, which isn't necessarily advantageous. I might just want the life instead. Land on top. Come on. No? Alright, try again. Rage. Okay. Lethal. Presented. Great. Okay. That was more about what I was expecting running UGIN. Probably how more games will go. I think we're still keeping the Relic in there. You could make some cuts for more lockdowns, though. I would not fault you for that. We'll think about it. Bronze to Mythic. Yeah, still 30% mono red. What about specifically in Mythic? The same if not higher, it looks like. Yeah, about the same. Yeah, it's just 30% mono red, at least. Okay. I don't know. I mean, does the hand do anything? It's about as good as every other hand, right? Like, our goal is to sit here and do nothing faster than the opponent does nothing. And go right into UGIN. I don't think I want to mulligan this, but we do kind of auto-lose versus that. Oh, how does the matchmaker know? You know what? That's not even a bad draw. Okay. I don't play this card very often, though. Pay X, X, tap, X, charge counters. So if we sack it for 0, we kill the tokens. We level it up once. It's so slow. Such a big mana investment. Let's hope they stuck on 1 land, though. That'd be kind of hype. Nope. Alright, 3 to the face. We have no interaction. It's looking more and more like we cut Relic for lockdown. And yeah, we'll consider it. I think it's fine. I like the Relic, though. I think it's cool with Beza. Cool synergy. But, especially versus the Steel Cutter, you just need lockdown. Because Get Lost just doesn't do it. Alright. Good. Great. Ow. What do we want here? Plenty of land. We want a sweeper, I guess, if we're lucky. I think we're just gonna be dead by then. Blast Zone. We don't have 3 mana. So I think we can hide it one more turn. If we play Relic here, even if... I mean, we're not going to survive this turn, really, are we? I mean, we'd have 5 mana next turn, which doesn't really change anything. Then we'd have 3 more to play the next Relic. I mean, we have to top deck the land. Oh, sorry, I have to top deck the Sweeper or lose. So, I think we're just going to Maze Mind Tome. And we could take a draw and then Upkeep Scry, and that's kind of the whole game. Assuming we don't lose right now, which is highly probable. But I think we are bringing in Lockdown. I think it's probably the right change. Alright, they're kind of tapped out. But they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage presented. They need to hit, unless the top 5 cards are land, and the last card is not land. We do lose here. But this is an important little ego check. Probably can't get away with not running Lockdown. Alright, don't cast anything. You're super afraid. We definitely have an Elspeth Smite. We're going to think about it. So bad. Oh, God. UGIN is busted. UGIN is busted. Alright. Okay. UGIN is busted. Let's see how close we were to a Sweeper. Not very close. Whew. Alright, so Relic is coming out. Lockdown's coming in. We'll see if there's any other reasonable tweaks to make as we make that change. But this is your lesson. If you see any videos that say UGIN is busted and it doesn't run Lockdown, and it has edited out all the losses, now you know why. In case you were wondering, now you know why. Yeah, I think we just have to make this change. Even if the next 7 games are all non-mono red, and we burn through our 30% of mono red already, it's still the right change to make. Alright, Lockdown is always right. Cool. So yeah, I think we are going to take Relic out, but let's just take a little bit of a second to think here. 25 land is still fine. We play 0 Omniscience yet, but we're defenseless against it. Yeah, we want to take out the consoles, I think, because it doesn't play well with the Lockdown. So who wants to get cut? I mean, Relic is certainly cute, but it's probably best to just cut all the Relics. And keep the Bazes. You keep one with 1 Beza, but it's another colorless spell, which is nice. I think we have plenty of those. It pairs well with the UGIN, like I said, but Beza's probably just better in most scenarios. Yeah, I think it's just this. I don't regret trying it out. Need to cut 1 card from the sideboard. We'll cut the Mistmores because I don't really want to play this anyway. So yeah, just must be done. The blood price must be paid. Okay, let's hop right back in there. A little bit tweaked up for best of 1 standard. I almost always put Lockdown in, but you know, I was feeling, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's just go for the ramp. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be just fine. It was not fine. On the play, it's looking solid. We got no ramp. We got plenty of interaction. That is fine by me. Still have not retrieved my water bottle from the gym. Climbing gym. It's Pixies. How do we feel about that? I don't feel great. I guess if they attacked a little more mana efficient to Ride's End here. Probably UGIN is going, right? I think we're keeping everything else here. We'll hit another UGIN later. Alright, now who's going? We could ditch the laydown arms here. I think Beza and Dave Judgment are both very solid. We want the land. And I'm assuming they're going to attack, which they do. So we at least get this value out of it. Heh. Yeah, I think we do nothing here. If they pick it up and put it back down, we're sad. You know, maybe you do take it all here. We're really sad if they pick it up and put it back down. Because we lose Beza or the Sweeper. Both are great. Maybe this is fine. Also keeps our hand total low if we hit the land for Beza. Very suspect decision. Scavenger. Another Hopeless Nightmare. Land. 2-0. That's what I like to see. We go right into the Beza here. We'll see if they give us the card draw or not. We at least get the land. I'm sorry, we at least get the life. Nothing. That is fantastic. There's no instance in hand. So what is in the hand then? A talent. They would have played that out last turn, so they top decked it. So it could just be 2 lands. Could have been this land plus 1 more land. Fear of Isolation. That makes more sense. They didn't want to pick up their Scavenger, I guess. Okay, it's not a bad sweeper turn. If we wait 1 more turn, we do get to pick off the 1/1 as well. So maybe we hold out just 1 more turn here. Fountain Port, make a fish. We could make a treasure. I think we'll just cycle the Lantern here. Yeah, this is fine. Does not impact us, I don't think. There's a chance we hit something relevant. Could be. Okay. Alright, let's hold on and let's get a clean sweep with the Storm Chaser's talent as well. Okay, well, they're about to be out of gas, for what it's worth. Put it on the flyer. I think we eat this. Hold Get Lost for a subsequent turn. Just you. We eat it. No Fountain Port action. Ho ho! Well, it's a little bit risky, but we keep the Beza, which I think is worth it. Okay, let's do it. We might even scoop right here. They're thinking about it. Do you want to scoop? You could. Or you could top deck the, this down bit ain't big enough. But, we now have a 5-turn clock. Beza to victory. UGIN not required. Down to 15. Land. Good. Excellent. Okay, can Fountain Port treasure this turn. Down to 11. Make a treasure, I think. Doesn't speed up the clock so much to make a fish, otherwise I would consider that. And I think we'll take the draw here. Sure. Down to 7. All right, nice. I think, you know, you never know. In retrospect, retrospect analyses are not always great because you have all the information after the fact, which is one of the reasons why sometimes you guys leave comments and you're like, oh, that was dumb, but you only know that because you saw what happened after, so I have to take it with a grain of salt. But I think in retrospect, it ended up being the right decision to take the Nightmares. It gave him no fodder to help us discard the last 2 cards in our hand. They're both very solid. Both the Beza and the Day of Judgment were very, very solid cards to have in hand. You never know. You know, if they hit to this town, then maybe you feel bad. I mean, you feel pretty bad, then you discard 2 cards, but it ended up being a good decision, I think. I wish this is one of the situations where it'd be great to have the full simulator and be able to run that scenario a million times. Be like, okay, what is the optimal thing here? Do you take the creatureless board away just so they can't pick it up and put it back down? Or do you save it for creatures? What is the optimal play? We're on the draw. It looks reasonable. We can Lantern 1, Lantern 2, and then Lockdown. It's a bad matchup for it. It could actually be the perfect matchup. Let's see if we learn anything off the Surveil. It is very likely, but not for sure, the Omniscience deck. I think we're still going to Lantern on 1, just so we can Maze Mind Tome on 2, though. So we give away the bit, and they could just kill it with Lockdown, but we get to curve out a bit better. And now I've got it down for sure under a counterspell. You can't wait till turn 3, because they could counter on turn 3. Turns out it's not that deck anyway. Could still be relevant if they're Oculus, so I don't think we'll cycle it for a little while until we really know for sure. If we're super stuck on things to do, maybe we could cycle it. But here, I guess we'll scry off the tome into like a ramp source, I guess would be decent. We don't know if they're Oculus or Control. Looking more like Control here. Let's go ahead and take a scry, I think. Don't need another one of those. Lantern is good against Shiko, though. So we don't have to throw it away just yet. Not sure. Can either cycle it now just to keep drawing. We'll see what we get off the Maze Mind Tome. If we get a useless card off the Tome, then maybe burn the Lantern. But it does negate. We're trading a 1-mana card for their 3-drop. We have to try to go Shiko replay stock up. It's awful for us, right? So it is potentially still worth holding on to the Lantern. Let's hope we get a nice pick here. UGIN. I think you hold the Lantern. If we dig one card deeper, like we could hit the ramp source, which would be huge, but I think you just hold the Lantern. This is interesting. They might not have that many basics, actually. If we kill it now, they can't do anything fancy. They might... It's unlikely, but they might not have any basics. Let's see. Double white for lockdown might be the most annoying thing. What basic do you think they run? We also scry a lockdown to the bottom that'll get shuffled back in. I think that's fine. I think we'll go ahead and do this now. I think we'll leave them with double white. I'm not sure what their... Okay, they have a basic. Take the action. Still hold open the tome here. Okay, we do lock out the Shiko here, at least from a reanimate spell standpoint. Take our draw again. They unfortunately could for sure run counter spells here. This could be a 5-mana counter turn. And in fact, it's going to be an issue for us with Basil long term anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think they probably just counter this, but it's not a bad place to burn a counter. It's fine with me. I don't know if we'll ever get under with cards, as long as we have the Maze Mind Tome. So I think we'll see a 5-mana counter. Counter plus draw discard. Yeah. Put one counter down. I think they're only going to run 4 max, so it's definitely going to be on our mind as we get closer to UGIN. In general, decks with big, flashy spells are really bad against counterspell decks. Top 3 cards, one in your hand. Okay. Sure, can't stop that. A lantern of their own. What do you know? Perhaps a fan of the channel. I don't see too many people lanterning. And definitely I'm big on that in Best of 1. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're Shiko, so we're going to hold on to our own lantern to nab that stock up that otherwise is going to kill us. The next Beza, they're tapped out from a counterspell standpoint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can go for this. They may or may not get under. They could, like, Lightning Helix Face just to get a card out of their hand. They could also run No More Lives, but we don't know. They run the Dragon Exhale. Okay. Fair enough. That's okay. We don't really care about Bezas, but unfortunately that means they could have up to 8 counterspells, which makes our deck significantly worse now. Because now it's impossible to resolve UGIN, basically. So the new way to win could be through, like, the fish method, as we did a couple days ago. I don't really know how successful that's going to be, because they'll have sweepers too. Next lockdown, okay. probably don't need to go for Ugin into the open mana. I mean, it's our only way to win, really. So we just sit here and do nothing. And we Fountain Port. Get the Fountain Ports moving. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell this turn, target creature controlled against double strikes. That is not an issue for us. Oh my gosh. Have not seen this card played yet. 7 mana instant. Return target spell or permanent to its owner's hands. They return our land. Then it does 4 damage to any target or face. Create 2 1/1 white mon creature tokens with prowess. Draw 2 cards. Gain 4 life. And, okay. I guess we will take our Fountain Port here. I think just the treasure is fine. Okay. Not great for us. Everyone gets double strike, which is kind of interesting. I mean, I guess we'll see how crazy they go. Whew. Feels like we're very far behind, but honestly, the world's not over yet. It'd be great if they played Chico this turn, because then we could bin the Lantern and then get the lockdown out of the hand. Also, they'd be tapped out for Ugin. Helix still have 3 mana open. Looks like they are not going to tap out against Ugin. I think throwing away Lantern is not really what we're going to do. So it's probably going to be a Day of Judgment here. To 5. That is quite the turn. Another land. 6, 7, 8 mana. We could double Day of Judgment here. Through the counter spell, which I think is basically what's about to happen. I would not be surprised if they try to push for lethal. Yeah? You got it. But... oh, shit. I didn't actually mean to do that, but that is fine. That is the better choice. I was kind of just clicking, through. I forgot you can actually pay for that. It's functionally the same as casting the next Day of Judgment. We got 1 extra card in hand still. And we're down to 5. I mean, I from the beginning, I don't think we're really slated to win this game. Again, big expensive things are not very good against aggro, and they're not very good against counter spells, so... well, they might just win here. Double Helix? Maybe a little Chico, try to get back the first Helix? No? Alright, you got it. That is game. No question about that. Nothing to be done there. Okay. Let's run one more back. We're actually almost to the end of the video, which is too bad because I'm having quite a good time with this. There's nothing wrong with playing suboptimal decks. You can still have fun with them. Alright, probably last game of the video. Let's hope we get a goodie. So far, how's old win rate doing? I feel like we're doing fine. I think we're slightly under 50%. We're 2-4. 33% win rate. Okay. We're on the draw. It looks fine. Keep this. It is Azorius of some kind. We don't really know what yet, though. It's probably not Omniscience. We can probably blow a Lantern early. And just cycle it away on 2 or something. It's not really a big incentive to run creature lands in Omniscience, but give it a minute. Alright, no information here. I think we are going to cycle Lantern here. They could technically still be Omniscience. I just don't really think you run Anchorage in that deck, right? Does anyone do that? Most played version, let's just check. No, I mean, there's no incentive to, right? So I think we are safe to cycle this. We could be wrong, but this is a call early. Try to hit a more playable 3-drop. We don't hit anything of use. Could Demolition Field the Anchorage. Just hold the threat of activation. I think we'll probably try to get rid of it on their end step. Blast Zone. Probably not so helpful against us. Okay. Let's see. 6. Yeah, we can't cast anything to get under. I think from 6, 7, yeah. Alright. Get their free draw, which is too bad. I think we'll go ahead and get rid of the Anchorage while we can. I'm sure I'm concerned about Blast Zone. I think we're just being mana efficient here. Don't think... Might be a different turn. We want to play a 7 mana Uga and a 1 mana Lay Down Arms on the next Beza. Uncounterable land. Miss Moore's threat is legit. Probably running out the next Day of Judgment right here. Manual tap the Blast Zone for a strong Planeswalker for sure. The Archive. Okay. Well, we can do this plus kill the Elspeth, which is probably what needs to happen. We're set up to Ugin next turn. And then what? Plus draw a card. Map token value. Interesting. This is like a very modern like today's standard control deck, right? It actually has threats. It's got the Miss Moors as threats. It's got the Beza as a threat. It's got some Elspeth as makes threats. Like, it's not a draw go deck at all. Okay. Unfortunately, they have open mana to counter our spell. There's just nothing we can really do about that. We want a Day of Judgment next turn. If they counter Ugin here, we're sad, but who's to say if they run counters? Seems extremely likely that they do. I'm just not aware we can do a whole lot else. The only other thing we can do is do nothing and hope they tap out next turn, which seems unlikely. They can also just attack us with the Anchorage and hold open counter spells every turn for the rest of the game. So I think we're going for Ugin here. It just seems unlikely we'll have another turn at any point for the rest of the game where it's going to get any better. This is kind of just our lot in life for playing big, expensive spells. I guess we'll take the Miss Moors. Target permanent is one more colors. Yeah, okay. There's no counter. That is really nice. We'll take the plus. They could still get lost. Looks like they are going to get lost in response. All right, that was a huge outcome. Like, I didn't expect that to resolve at all. So that's fantastic. It's just a land, but boy, is that better than it getting countered. Maybe they run no counter spells. It's not a crazy thing. They do have the creature land every turn. We don't have mana to interact with it yet. Hold on Bride's End for it. Probably can sack the Archive and just draw 2. We really don't have much going on here. We're almost at 7 mana anyway to cast the next Ugin. Okay. I mean, hitting land is never bad. I basically want to Rides and the Restless Anchorage this turn. And, like, sack a map token to draw. If we sack the map token now, I don't think there's anything I want to cast for 2, so I think that's all for turn here. Level up the Blast Zone. That actually could be annoying. They could kill like a Maze Mind Tome off of that. We'll see if they keep leveling it up or not. I think they do just get this little value. Lockdown on top. Probably been that, yeah? Yeah. Okay, unfortunately have to let it attack first. So I get the map token, but we get to sack our own, which I think is worth it. Alright, attempt this. Goes down. Looks like we're taking 3. Down to 14. Touching the lands. It's decent value for sure. Alright. Okay. Sack a token. Draw a card. Maybe sack the next token, draw another card. Block down. The next UGIN, they didn't do so well in the first one. They also didn't counter the Ride's End, right? So this could be a good turn to resolve the next UGIN. They might have the next Get Lost, but I think it's pretty reasonable actually to go for this instead this turn. They'll tack it down a bit, but that's not a huge issue. Just take the card draw. I think if they didn't have the counterspell on the Ride's End, I think this is still a reasonable play to go for now. And assume they don't have another counterspell. Because I think we would have seen it on the Ride's End, keeping creature land around. I don't think I want to run out the Maze Mind Tome into the Blast Zone. So I think we'll just take the life and draw and see if they have the next Get Lost lined up. Which they do, but it's 2 down. They might only run 2. They could run up to 4, we just don't know. Lay down arms. It's almost a waste, except that we really just have to kill Beza and these things. We have 2 more lay down arms, 2 more get lost, 2 lockdowns. How many threats are they really going to have? They'll just have Beza, really. I think we can blow a lay down arms here, because I don't think there are going to be too many targets for it. And maybe it'll save us a little bit of life over the course of the game. Unsure. Didn't really mean to have my opponent's deck pop up. Although that's actually kind of useful. Maybe I'll keep that up there. Alright, the next stock up. They have 36 cards. I think the next question is, do they run Jace? And are we just on a ticking, time bomb to hit Jace? Again, they might not. Not everyone runs Jace these days. The other Anchorage is a threat we're going to have to deal with. Somehow. Blast Zone is still on 2, unfortunately. I don't know if they would keep leveling it up or not. Get Lost is good. Gives us an answer to the next Anchorage Assault. And hold on to the tome as long as I can. I mean, we're hoping they level up Blast Zone for some arbitrary reason. Like maybe they want to kill a Beza with it. I think we'll get more value out of our 2-drops. They do. Okay. This is a good outcome, I think. So now they can kill Beza, which is maybe their goal. I think we are going to take the action here. Maybe they level up to 7 to kill UGIN for free. That would be a little more annoying, perhaps. I mean, ways to win on our side. Fountain Port, Fish, Tribal, Beza attack, and UGIN just have them scoop. Yeah, this might be a little bit difficult. $32 cards left. If they have Jace, they'll probably win no matter what. I think we still dig for the next UGIN. Especially since they might have limited Get Lost, and they might have no other way to deal with UGIN, really. That's a card. Okay. Can be killed with the Blast Zone, but then it can't kill Beza. So it's whatever. Okay, that's fine. No? I mean, they're definitely thinking about it. Like, meh, it's good enough target as any. Okay. I mean, we get 4 draws off the tomb, so it's fine. The next Blast Zone. Ready to go. Alright. They do have to tap it to level it up, so we only get maybe 2-ish draws here. Okay. 2 creature lands down. They might run all 4. And we already burned a Get Lost on 1 Elspeth, so probably going to be 1 creature land we can't really deal with. Will Blast Zone kill creature lands? Each non-land permanent. Nope. Probably going to do this anyway and prevent some map token value. I mean, there is still the open question of, do we switch from drawing off the Fountain Port to just making fish? I don't really feel like we're there yet. I mean, that is a very slow path to victory. And we've seen 0 Day of Judgments. Okay, we lose the, lose that one. Here we're going Treasure and Sack. Yeah, I think for Day of Judgments, or whatever the sweepers are, the fish strategy is just not going to be as good. So we're looking to somehow win off of UGIN, but, it seems unlikely. I guess we'll see how many more answers they have to Planeswalkers. Next Archive, sure. $30 cards to 27. I guess we could try to have them deck themselves, even though we're losing that race. Doesn't feel like the way out. I think we'll make a treasure. We got more Ugins to go, right? We got 2 more Ugins to go. Auto Tapper used the Archive. That was not really what I wanted to do here. Beza is acceptable. It is a threat. Also might eat a Get Lost here. Eats a Ride's End. Makes more sense. Well, they flip the Mistmores, and then we run the next Day of Judgment out. Well, we could try to get them to deck themselves. How many stock-ups have we seen? 3 stock-ups. There's only 1 more left, but they are at 26 now. We're at 25. I don't think that's our path out still. I think we're going to hope they only run like 2 Get Lost and like 4 Rides End. We just don't know. Blast Zone of our own. Yeah, I'm not really committed to the, let's do this one first. I don't think I'm committed to the them deck first plan. Doesn't really seem like what I want to be doing. I think I'm committed to the draw into UGIN plan and hope that's enough to win. Cards left. Problem is, UGIN doesn't even present a lethal threat. Like, ultimately, it kind of does have to be the fish win still, doesn't it? They actually do run a counter here. That is interesting. Okay. That is probably not ideal for us. I kind of expect them to run no counter spells. What is the mana value? This thing is actually a 7 mana value. That's pretty bad. The reverse order would have been vastly superior. Think about it, then let it go. Well, we'll sack the treasure here. Hope to draw on 2. I think we have more Day of Judgments left. Nope, we actually have 0 left. That was a really bad sequencing. I didn't really think they'd have 3 steps ahead. That's also pretty bad. We're like out of get loss. Yeah, we just don't really have a good win con other than Fountain Ports. Maybe this deck needs more creature lands as like a finisher. There was a whole bunch of damage. I think that is kind of the turning point for the game right there. We don't really have a way to win besides Fountain Port, and Fountain Port isn't very good into sweepers. And having like 4 anchorages or like crawling barrens would probably be much better in this circumstance. So I think that is about game there. I think that was the turning point. The turning point was really deck construction. The no creature lands ends up being a big deal because UGIN doesn't actually close games out by himself. It's gonna be about it. I guess we could Maze Mine Tome into the UGIN. And do that, like, plus lockdown here. We don't hit it, though. So that should be about game. They have the flyer. Yeah, so the only way to win is to draw into UGIN still. I don't have enough mana to do it all. It's probably about game. I guess life actually does do it. Okay. Well, we'll start with this, I suppose. Technically, Beza brings us out of lethal range. But it's kind of just stalling the inevitable. Does resolve, we get the life total. Could level up Blast Zone for what? X equals 2? It's really long time to get up to 7 mana. Sure. Alright, this game is about over here. But this was a good lesson learned. It's 3. We'll go ahead and do our treasure trick. And yes, since we're out of Day of Judgments, there's really not a whole lot that can be done here, I don't think. This is a good draw in general. Technically, this means the game goes on, but it's 16 to 24. Technically, the game does go on. Have to kill the 8/8 though. So it technically has 7 mana, which is too bad. They have the counter if they go for it here. They don't. We actually do have double lockdown though, which I don't know about. So if they counter this, we actually just have the next lockdown lined up. I think we've lost here. We could scoop for time's sake, but we'll play it out a little bit. And I think in the post-deck tech, we'll add in 4 Crawling Barrens. I think 1 Demolition Field is fine. Ah, there's a negate. Okay, so that's game. Blast Zone can only get sacked to kill 1-drops, and they have 0 mana spells, so we'll let them do it. Yeah, I think we'll throw in 4 Crawling Barrens, or, you know, any creature land of your choice, but we certainly have plenty of mana to play around with late game. We could have some massive Crawling Barrens at this point. I think you keep the Fountain Ports. Maybe you keep 1 Demolition Field, just for threat of activation, and you try not to blow it early. You try to make them awkwardly use mana on a turn when they don't really want to use it. I think you do need the lockdowns in the deck, as you saw from like the first 4 games. Coincidentally, you didn't see that as much later, but it was good against one Pixies matchup, but I think you really just can't leave home without 4 lockdowns in any slow deck in best of 1 standard. It's inappropriate to do so. Otherwise, I still had fun with the deck. It's interesting that UGIN doesn't win the game on the spot. He draws you cards, he exiles stuff, but you do need a win con. So let's go ahead and make those changes. I think we'll take out the Blast Zone too. What's it called? Crawling Barrens. We'll move the camera for you guys. I think I'm down to take out Blast Zone. Blast Zone in general has never super impressed me. It always feels too slow against mono red anyway. It's a lot fewer planes. Do you keep the Demolition Fields? It does kind of solve one issue. Oh, gosh, I think you can go with this. It makes laydowns a little bit worse. Otherwise, I think I'm happy with what we have here. Yeah, I don't think I'd change too much from this. I think Crawling Barrens is an important addition because UGIN is not a win con. You can do things like go Collector's Vault into Monument of Endurance, but then you're just saying, okay, I want to auto-lose against every mono-red matchup ever, which I don't think you want to do. I think you want to run Lockdown there. Relic of Legends at least ramps you into something else, but Monument to Endurance is so reliant on getting other things going, but it's probably not what you want to be doing. You could like cut a Beza for like a Solemn Simulacrum or something, but Beza is very good at what it does. You could cut a Beza for like a Elspeth. There isn't too much token synergy in the deck though, so it's a generically good card. The original best of 3 deck was also running a Dissection Tools, which is theoretically good against red after you sweep the board. But I've not ever played this card myself. You have to sacrifice a creature to equip it. And how many creatures? I guess you hope to have Beza around. Manifest Dread, then sack the Manifest Dread to equip it to Beza. And that's like how you beat mono red, I guess, but I'm not sure I would main deck this card. My Stone of Weakstone is honestly not bad. It's just that I didn't realize that you can't ramp into UGIN with it, so I think it makes it a lot worse. Otherwise, generic draw 2 or kill something is not that bad. And you do want card draw, because once you hit UGIN, you want to be able to draw into cards, which is kind of why I like Maze Mind Tome here. So, yeah, I think I'd like, you could try some split up if you didn't want to run Lockdown. I think roughly what we have here is about where you want to be in mono white UGIN. We got the 4 UGINs. We have the fix of the threat in the mana base, which I think you have to have because UGIN is a threat. Base is great, Judgment's great, Hedron's great, Lockdown is a must-have. Tomb, I think, is what you want, because once you hit UGIN, you do need to draw into more stuff to play off UGIN. A single legendary Iron Crag is fine. A little bit of removal in 1-drop slot and 2-drop slot, and some Soul Guide Lanterns for Omniscience, and is also a colorless spell, plus cycles easily. So this is what I would run. If you enjoyed today's video, you can like and subscribe. Really, thank you again for all the comments on yesterday's video. I guess, yeah, today's video, you want to volunteer as tribute as a subscriber to play against me or with me. Let me know. And yeah, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.